Welcome and good morning. It's Mike Ferry and welcome to Becoming a Listing Superstar. Every May and June, have for many, many years, I do a 60-stop tour on the West Coast, talking to different brokers and agents about what do we have to do to succeed at a higher level in this market. This is a three-part series. Each part is going to be short, 12, 15 minutes or so, all designed to help you become a better listing agent. Why? I think we know. Here we are in mid-2017. Inventory is the number one, number two, number three problem in our industry today. So we're going to work on how do we make that problem go away for you. And then at the same time, I'm going to invite you at the end to join us in August at our Superstar Retreat in Las Vegas, Nevada. I said to a group recently, listen carefully, if you're not listing property, you may be going out of the business and nobody has told you. Well, when I said that, a lot of the audience laughed and smiled. Some of the people got very upset, because they don't know how to list property or they won't list property. That is a choice you're going to have to make. We know that listings, old as dirt, are the name of the game. If we can get our mindset wrapped around why we should take listings, I think this three-part series will be important. Now, normally this takes 3 hours. I'm going to do it fast forward. I'm going to give you the key points that I think you have to understand. You'll want to watch and review this time and time again. You'll be getting part 2 in a couple days, part 3 a couple days later. We want you to become better than you are. We want to help you in that process. So here's point number 1. If you truly want to become a great listing agent, which I believe all of you do. Here's point number 1. There are 4 really important essentials in becoming a great listing agent. They are A, B, C, D, A. Knowing what to do to get listing appointments. Because as you and I both know, without a listing appointment, we're not doing anything of substance. Yes, we can be showing property. That's a different topic. But if we're sitting in the office all day and not going on appointments, the truth is we're not a productive real estate person. We have to know how to get appointments. We're going to talk about that in this 3-part series. Essential number 1, knowing what to do to get an appointment. Essential number 2, knowing what to say when you get on the appointment. When you get to that door and you walk in, having the confidence to say those things that are necessary for that seller to get them to understand what you're trying to accomplish, to get them to believe in you and to sign a contract. So from the opening statement at the front door, I am so excited to be here tonight. To get your home on the market, get it sold, may I come in? From that opening line to the first 3 questions in the listing presentation, which I'll give you a little bit later, everything has to be designed in a method or a manner that draws them in and helps them understand what you're trying to accomplish. Knowing what to say. If you don't know what to say and you don't know what to do, technically you're not going to be a good listing agent. But then the third essential is managing those listings when they come in, because the truth is, in today's society, with the market in most of the country having a listing shortage, any listing we take, we're going to get cooperating brokers calling, is it available, how do I show it? We're probably getting in some cases, multiple offers that come in real fast. All of a sudden, the management of the listing is as important as the securing of the listing. And then essential number 4, this is a fun one, learning to live with the money you earn when you're taking a lot of listings. Now, don't kid yourself. Showing property to buyers is very important. Listing property is more important. Why? The listing agent controls the inventory, therefore controls the activities of the showing agent. If you're not listing property, you're at the virtually whatever an agent that does this property, you're at their mercy 100% of the time. So therefore, my job is to list property, to control my time, my income, my activities, and to get all the agents that have buyers, and there's plenty of those, to coming to me instead of me going to them. In essence, you've heard me say this before, the listing agent is the employer, showing agent is the employee. Who makes more money, employer or employee? We both know the answer. So the 4 essentials, the first step in becoming a great agent is knowing what to do, knowing what to say, managing your emotions, the stress, the whole process of having 2, 3, 5, 10 listings, living with the income you're going to get because of it, because it's not 2010, it's not 2011. Listings today sell, you get paid, you make a lot of money, and I'm all for that. Understand, until you understand the essentials, it's hard to become a great listing agent. But the second point I've been talking about on our tour, we have to be willing to change our sales behavior and learn a new set of skills to list property. All right, now first thing I have to say to you, okay, are there any sales behaviors you may have to change? Are you as good at lead generation, lead follow-up, pre-qualifying, listing presentation, handling objections, closing as you should be? Are any of those sales behaviors ones that you have to maybe modify, get stronger at? Or second part of this, are there any of these behaviors or skills that you don't have at this time? So what skills do you need? What skills are lacking to make you a great listing agent? But more importantly, are you willing to change your behavior? As independent contractors, you don't have to change your behavior. You can do what you want, which is the greatest advantage of real estate. I had a seminar recently where I said to a lady, "Why are you in real estate?" And she proudly said, "For freedom." I said, "Freedom from what? Income?" Because that's what you're going to attain if you don't have good sales behaviors. So I want you to think about this. Are your present behaviors keeping you active listing property? Your present behaviors keeping you away from production? If you and I are not willing to commit today to changing some of those behaviors, we're never going to have the productivity we want. Now you're going to say to me, and I hear it every day, "But Mike, I'm okay with what I'm doing. And I'm okay with where you are. We just don't want you to stay there." Our job is to boost your morale, to help you learn new skills, to move you forward, to get you more listings, create more transactions, have more income than you've had in the past. That's what our function is. That's a hard thing to do if you're not willing to change your behavior. So here's my question for you. What sales behavior do you either have to change, fine-tune, or what sales behavior that you don't have do you have to get? Think about that a lot, because once you understand that process, you can become a great listing agent. All right, now watch point number C. This is a critical one. A very strong commitment to both a fair price for the seller and the buyer, because both parties have to be involved, and a fair commission back to you. So what is a fair price? You know, the hardest part of real estate today is really getting to the heart of a fair price. Most of North America has been very hot in the market. A listing sells. We know that. And many times with multiple offers. So what is a fair price? It's hard to tell. In a flat market, a fair price can be determined very quickly by doing a good, strong CMA. If a market's going straight up or straight down, very hard. So your research, your personal commitment to learning the inventory, learning what's selling, learning market stats is what's going to make you go into the seller's home and determine a fair price. And then, when you have a fair price, are they going to ask you to list it for more than what you're suggesting? Probably every time. Wouldn't it be nice if every seller would simply say, "Okay, here's the deal. Whatever price you say, we're going to list it. Whatever commission you want, we'll pay it." Well, that is not the case. So what we have to do is we have to look at this thought. If they question your price a lot, they don't believe in what you are saying to them in relationship to the market, the stats, the competition. So therefore, our strength has to be knowing market stats, knowing that even if we price it at a fair market value of say $275, they're going to still want $325. But in a market like we have today, should you consider taking it for a higher price? The answer in most cases is going to be yes, and that's okay. But look at this. If they question your commission, they don't see value in what you're offering. In part 2, which you'll receive in a couple days, we're going to look very carefully at that value you offer. So then, the last part of today's very short message is the hardest one, learning to deal with the overwhelm you're going to experience as you participate in becoming a great listing agent. Because see, it's okay to succeed at a high level. It's okay to do more than you've done in the past. It's okay to earn a lot of money. But we have so many hang-ups and so many problems and so many excuses and so many stories, and we let so much of our environment stop us that we many times don't succeed at the level we want. So what I want to say to you is this: the hardest part, or the fourth point in today's message, is learning to deal with and then handle the overwhelm that you're going to experience. Because you're going to get a little overwhelmed. Now, if you're taking 2 listings a month and all of a sudden you're at 4, there's some overwhelm. If you're an agent that is really strong, taking 4 listings a month and you get 8, there's overwhelm. If you're taking 8 and you get 16, there's a lot of overwhelm. There's overwhelm at every level of listing productivity. But there are 4 points of overwhelm we have to look at today. So here's the first point of overwhelm. How many really good seller leads are too many good seller leads? And how many leads do you get before you back off and are overwhelmed? I hear this every day. Mike, I got 7 good leads. What do I do? Call them? How about that for a thought? Ask them for an appointment? How about that for a thought? Well, Mike, if I call them all and I get 7 appointments, then I'm overwhelmed again. I understand. But you see, we can't get any place towards second base if our foot is locked on first base. We've got to get over the overwhelm of too many leads. I've seen agents and I've talked to agents. Mike, I have 200 leads. How could you have 200 leads? Well, every person I talk to that says they might want to buy or sell sometime in the next 5 years, I put them in my database. What's the matter with you? Then your good leads, the hot leads, are being hidden in that large database. How many really good leads do you need to take 10, 30, 50, 75 listings a year? You know what the answer is? 10, 30, 50, 75 good leads. That's all you need. So don't allow yourself, first of all, to be comfortable having a lead, but more importantly, don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed when you have a lot of good leads. Call your leads, progress, move forward. Second point of overwhelm, too many good appointments. We work with agents all over North America and now all over Europe also. And we have agents that are going on 5, 10, 15, 20 listing appointments a month. And then we have agents that can't get an appointment. And it's because of fear, it's because of a lack of prospecting, poor time management, they don't know what to say. All the things we can discuss keep them from appointments. But then we meet an agent like yourself that all of a sudden has 3 appointments in 1 week and panic sets in. Mike, I've got 3 appointments this week. What do I do? Prepare, which you can do. Get yourself mentally psyched up for 3 wonderful opportunities to go out and do something really good for a seller, really good for yourself, and everybody's going to win because you're on appointments. You can't be overwhelmed by too many appointments. You can't have too many appointments. A doctor wants to see as many patients in a day as possible. Those are appointments. The attorney wants to see as many clients, potential clients as possible. Too many appointments. The average real estate agent probably goes on what? 1 listing appointment a month? Maybe. People say to me all the time, I want to become a better listing agent. What do I do? You got to be in the rhythm, the momentum. You got to be out there on the street talking to people to get the appointments, and you got to be on appointments all the time to understand the process. If you're going on 1 listing appointment and you're overwhelmed, it's because you don't have enough. Let's have you overwhelmed because you've got too many good appointments. And then our third point of overwhelm, too many listings. I talked to an agent a couple days ago, wonderful agent, very, very productive. And you know what the guy said to me? Man, I'm really in trouble. What's up? I'm down to 35 listings. I said, okay, that's okay, 35. I normally carry 65, they're all selling. Wow, isn't that a problem you'd love to have? But for many agents, you get 2 or 3 or 4 listings and we become overwhelmed. Mike, I'm spending all my time servicing the listing. Wait a minute. If you got 3 or 4 or 5, 10, 12, 15 listings, and you commit to calling all of your sellers once a week and updating them as to what's going on, you won't be overwhelmed. It's when you're not doing your job that you get overwhelmed. So let's keep doing our job. Let's go on the appointments. Let's keep developing the leads. Let's get as many listings as we can, because at least in today's society, they're probably going to sell fast. And then, of course, the fourth point of overwhelm, too many commission checks. I did a program a couple days ago for a company, and the average commission check was $8,000 per transaction. And I said to one of the agents, what if you got 5 in 1 month? And the lady actually went like this. I said, what is that all about? Well, if I had 5 in 1 month, I'd make $40,000. And that's what I earned last year. Would that be okay? And she smiled and said, yes, when can it start? I said, right now, when you understand that having a lot of leads is okay. Going a lot of appointments is okay. Taking a lot of listings is okay. And most importantly, getting a lot of commission checks is okay. I want you to write down right now a phone number. I want you to write down this number. Area code 702. Area code 702. 982-6260. 702-982-6260. That is the phone number for our office. If you would like to get more involved with us, call that number and ask for the sales department. More importantly, August 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're having our Superstar Retreat in Las Vegas. 4 days intense on how to list property. For example, 3 live listing presentations will be done on stage Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday by great agents like yourself. You get to watch it in action. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to have all 40 common objections that buyers and sellers give people like you, and we're going to display how to deal with them, how to handle them, and the answers. We're going to videotape that. Every attendee at the retreat will get a copy of that so you can program your mind. Your cost for attending, because you're watching this and receive this, $250 for the 4 days. Pretty good deal. Most agents there will pay $495. Call the office and/or take the link that is attached, press it, fill it out, get it into us. All right, let's review very quickly, okay? Watch. 4 essentials: knowing what to do, knowing what to say, managing the listings, and managing the money. Being willing to change your behavior. What sales behaviors do you have to learn? What do you have to know? Look at point number 3. A very strong commitment to price and commission that's fair to buyers and sellers and yourself. And then number 4, dealing with the overwhelm that takes place as your business grows, which we're here to help you make it happen. Remember, when you are constantly learning how to list property, your earnings go up. And that's what we're here for. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you at our Superstar Retreat in August. Enjoy today, and in a couple days, enjoy part 2, and then enjoy part 3. Become a great listing agent. Let us help you make that happen. Thanks.